Like and subscribe. I'm just kidding.
Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just want to say a huge shout out to Amanda and Kollene for making this video with me. It was so fun. We kind of just like talked, told stories, and answered a couple of your guys' questions. We didn't really stay on topic that much. We just kind of like shared some of our experiences and told stories, like I said. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you guys would like me to make more videos with other people, and I will definitely do that. I do know it's like an awkward camera angle and the lighting isn't very good, but I've learned from that, and next time it'll be better. So please enjoy this video.
The video where you were talking about, I just remember, it's the one where you talk about how order members are really awkward.
Yeah.
I felt like we were having a conversation because everything you were saying is I've had these thoughts. Like,
yeah, they are, and I feel like I was that exact same way, and I'm still that way sometimes, but like I was so surprised in myself that I kept the conversation going, because usually I'm like the one that's like, say something, just stop staring at me, judging me, like
literally. That's so, I totally know what you're talking about, because you go back home to everyone you grew up with and shit, and you just start talking to them, and they're just staring at you, and all they're doing is just like, what can I pick out about her, and like, what is she doing wrong, and why is she happy, or what do they?
Yeah, they have to
find
convince
something
themselves that you're unhappy so that they can continue living. Because if they know that you're happy, that we're happy on the outside, they'll be like, freak.
You guys, you know what would be awesome? We could do a video of us talking to like one of an FLDS girl.
we should. Yeah, because I was actually...
Because everyone gets
so confused between what we're talking about.
Multiple times, though, I have talked to FLDS about how the order thought that remember, the order was like, the FLDS is like the worst. Like, we're so thankful that we're not a part of the FLDS. They said about us, we're so thankful that we're not Kingstons. Like, the Kingstons marry their half-brothers and sisters. And they'd be like...
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because they fucking grow up. They're so family out there. And that was one thing that I loved about the FLDS was it was so family oriented. It really was. It was so pure and innocent child love. You know what I mean? And it's because there's a roof on them. You know, they didn't grow, they didn't know any better, so they were just children the whole time doing what they were told. So then it was just such innocence.
It's true. But like with us, it was like, don't go in the room with the boys. You might marry them. So you couldn't have a relationship with anyone.
Yeah.
Also, like, I could tell, I think we were talking about this before, like I swear they do things like that. And like they no touchy-feely, like it was even weird sometimes to hug girls.
That's true.
It was like, I feel like they're prepping you for cutting your family off. Like, so that you're okay with cutting your family off one day. And it'll be easy for you.
Because you're not part of that family anymore. You're part of the guy's family, and you have to do what him and his dad says. No.
Well, and when someone leaves, then you're fine with just, see ya. One time, you know those curly irons that have brushes on it? I don't know why they make those. One time I was like, it was right when I left the order and I had my first job, and I was like curling my hair with it because I didn't have anything else. And my like adopted mom gave it to me. And I was curling it and going as fast as I could because I was going to be late for work. And then the curling iron got stuck in my hair because you're not supposed to turn it all the way. I'm like trying to yank it out. And if I didn't get it out of my hair in less than 5 minutes, I would have been late for work. So I started bawling and I grabbed some scissors and I chopped my whole chunk and went into work like with this whole chunk of hair missing. I'm like, bye Heather, I gotta go to work. What happened to you? I don't want to talk about it. It's terrible.
You want to know what one of my favorite things that our fans say about us? Why do they have such piercing eyes? Why are their eyes so big? Why do they always look like they're looking like a deer in the headlights?
We do, though.
I know.
What? What the heck?
What the heck?
That's
what the heck? That's what they look like.
I like my big eyes, so... Sometimes it looks like my dad's eyes, though. Like, when he gets really mad, he'll do this face that's like, Amanda, what do you think you're doing? And I can do that face. It's like this. Get back here. That's the exact face. That's for you, Daddy. He watches.
Really?
He watches every time the show airs. He watches it like, religiously.
Yeah. So many order people do, and they're like...
They're just helping our numbers, so...
Yeah.
Like, that's thanks, guys.
Our biggest
They're
followers.
literally like, nobody would ever want to watch that, but
They say
every single one that watches it.
The haters make you famous, bitches.
True.
But like,
Just kidding.
I think they just like they're taught not to watch it though, which is the weird thing. They're not supposed to watch it, but then they watch it.
They're not supposed to have Facebook either. They're not supposed to have
Oh, yeah.
phones. They're not supposed to talk to anybody.
I didn't have a phone.
I
just
had
shared
a
my
fake
phone with
phone
my husband.
thanks to Amanda.
I did. I helped her get her fake phone.
Yeah, because she worked at the office and
Just
she
to
like
get
got like the $20 out for me
I did fake
and signed for
authentication.
my mom and stuff. Yeah,
That's how I
literally.
helped people get money in.
You know, some of that could be like fraud shit. You could go to prison and doing that in real life.
I was an underage, and
Yeah, true.
so first of all, I was
But
underage.
it's crazy. But that's how she learned how to survive. We were talking about survival before. That's how she learned how to survive, right?
Yeah.
So she did that as an adult, and the outside world, she could go to prison.
Mm-hmm.
But that was something that made
It's
so that
so
I could
sad
pay for.
because exactly, it's so sad because it's so innocent. It's like,
Yeah, but it's literally like
it's actually bad, Amanda.
I know,
Bad
but
Amanda.
but they still our money too, and like the
That's
fact
true.
that so when I left, they're like, you owe us $45, and
They
I'm
said
like,
that
why don't
shit
you just
about me.
take the money from my hidden account
Yeah.
because they only count the money from that year and they only show it on your statement, even though you know you have like $20,000 that they're not showing you.
Yeah,
I remember
I
asking.
made it a point never let my account go up to over $3,000.
Really?
It would disappear.
That was
Yeah, literally, my sister tried to get money out for a car, and they're like, we can't give you money right now. It's for the college students.
Is
And
it
she's
only-
like, it's my money. And they're like, we can't give it to you right now.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
The only reason why I let it up to 3,000 was because I had a wedding to pay for, and everybody knew about it.
yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'll put my.
So they like let you get it. Well, it's the same with Esco. He was just trying to get Christmas presents, and they put him on a waiting list of over 100 people. They're like, we'll see if you can get money
we'll
out for Christmas
see.
presents.
But it's your money. And it was like, so, they're like, well, why don't you just spend it at the border store? Why don't you just do this? And it's like, because I don't want anything at your stupid store. Okay, let's answer some questions.
I know, this is like an hour of us just like.
It's okay. There's some authentic footage in there.
Okay.
It
Did you
is
guys,
recording,
wait, can I
right?
ask you guys
Yeah.
one question? Did you guys ever go dumpster diving?
All the time,
I didn't.
especially on the farm. Actually, there's a health code violation. Legit, there was a health code violation. So, you know how I went to the health department and we reported my mom's house. It was the same type of property, same property manager. They knew exactly who to go to and who to talk to, because before they had dumped a bunch of dumpster shit out there. So the kids, we legitimately went across the street and we looked through the trash and we took so many things home.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it smelled horrible. Our house started smelling like the dumpster after a while because we gathered shit like jars and
Everything your
things.
mom thought that you would need to.
No, even just us. Just like
yeah, this
Dang.
is cool.
Oh, I did go dumpster diving when they had like the dumpster week on the, like once a year.
And there was like a bunch
And
of
like a
dumpsters
huge dumpster, and I would be like, oh my gosh, all these cool weeks.
around. You're just like this little kid in a dumpster
Yeah.
holding things in your mouth, like
Yeah.
dirty things, trapping. I went twice with Luina's family, and the second time my mom caught me, and she's like, "Manny, you get out of there right now!" And I have like all these bags on me, and I'm like, I'm getting out of
Okay,
it.
my mom was supportive. She was like, "What'd you find in the dump today?"
Oh my
But
gosh.
no, yeah, Luina's family did, like the First West family, because my mom had food stamps and stuff, so we didn't need to go dumpster diving.
Yeah.
But Luina's family was like the legal family, because she was the first wife, and so they didn't have very much money. They couldn't get food stamps, they couldn't get WIC. And so she'd take them to the dumpsters at like Pizza Hut, and they would get tons of pizzas, and they'd bring
Oh
them
my
home.
gosh.
And then they would literally like shoo the polygamous kids away, like, get out of here! And then they run away with their pizzas.
That's awesome.
That would
That's a
have
I
good.
mean,
That's
yeah,
a
it's
good.
sad, it's
That's a
sad.
good cut. Put it there. Put that in there.
just started with like the sad dumpster stories so that people
Hey,
would-
get out of here!
Okay, should we get on to the questions?
Then, like,
Yeah,
every
in the
Sunday, all that produce, that was trash produce. You
And
know
they
that,
would
right?
That
sell
they
it.
sold us at this
That was
the
trash.
church?
That
Really?
was all trash.
I thought they
produce.
grew it themselves. When
No,
I
no,
was
no.
leaving, they
At
grew
Standard?
it. Oh.
At Standard,
Okay,
they-
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
They
Okay,
grow
I
stuff
don't
now.
know.
They grow stuff now.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wait. So
Well,
someone
the
was
Ruth
selling-
Brown,
Yeah,
she
I know,
started taking
I
it to
know.
the school, right? And then we'd feed the kids
Oh yeah, I
the rotten
remember
produce.
that.
She would still sell them by the box. It was like $5 a box or something. It's pretty
Yeah.
cheap, but it was like they would cut costs anywhere they could. They couldn't even afford meat for a while, so they went to a local butcher and they ended up taking cow hearts for the meat. Remember When Gerald would cook up the cow hearts?
Yeah, I remember
I did that too.
everyone got sick out for one day.
Really?
I think it was either Gerald or Natalie. I think it was Natalie cooking. And I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm gonna throw up. She's like, no, you're not, no, you're not. So I'm like, okay. And so I'm like swinging back and forth on the desk and I'm like, bleh! And she's like, go lay down.
You just wipe your mouth.
I'm like, okay.
Lay in your throw up shirt.
Literally. She's like, okay, you're sick.
The way you explain it, la 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 la.
I was like swinging back and like, you know how you put your hands on the desk and swing your legs?
Yeah.
I was doing that.
I feel sick. You're not sick. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's so sad because it's like that's how your life was. Like I'm not. Okay. I feel like I'm dying of cancer. You're not. Drink some comfort. Okay.
I realized that, like, because of all that shit, like, we didn't realize when things were really actually a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also why we have, like, such hard times transitioning out here, because it's like, that's not okay. I have also this problem, like, with not understanding when something is creepy. And I think it's because it's so familiar, because everyone we grew up with was creepy.
Well, we were taught to think that it was normal to dance with a married man, and it was normal to be like we weren't allowed to say no. Like we were not.
Yeah, I got in
to
so
marry
much
men.
trouble when I said no. Don't ask her to dance because she's gonna say no. And I just like
Cami said no to one guy that was trying to marry her, and he was already married, and his wife was furious, and she was like being so rude to Cami, and so Cami was like, "Don't ask me to dance. Don't ask me to dance. Like talk to your wife about it because she's not happy with you dancing with me." My mom is the one that gets not my mom. My sister Cami is the one that gets in trouble. She has to go into a meeting because he tattletales says, she didn't dance with me.
There's so many people that I didn't really get in trouble for.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone was just like, yeah, she's just a fucking sass. But they didn't swear.
Well, his pride, it was a pride thing, I feel like, because he was like, how dare you think that you can tell
I
me
just
what to
stopped
do.
shaking people's hands, and that really was a slap in their face.
Good job!
You remember that?
Yeah, and I remember Joshua, I think. Was it Joshua? It was one of the guys. He like reached out his hand to shake mine, and I was like, I just walked away, and he was like,
they get so shocked. They get so
like,
shocked.
You're gonna leave me hanging, bro?
They're not.
yeah, I was
they're
like,
not used to women doing that to them. They're used to women being like, oh. So like,
it's so nice to shake her hand.
What a pleasure.
Like
I did that to Jessie. So Jessie's wives, which are his half sisters, which are my aunts, were in line to like shake our hands at this funeral. And so I shake my aunt's hands, and he watches me shake their hands, and he goes to shake my hand, and I go like this, and I go, no, thank you. And he,
so adorable.
He literally like looks at me, and his face like went from a smile to like,
yeah,
like he was furious.
How dare you insult me?
Here's your ticket to hell. No, next time I'm just gonna be like, I don't know where that hand's been. Up your sister's hoo-ha.
Oh,
it has.
True.
He's probably went up.
Wait. Said that
it did.
David
happen.
used to like
in church,
and then you would go around and shake people's hands.
So it literally that could have been the case. You could have been getting
giving everybody herpes and shit.
Ew.
Ugh.
That's gross. It's a weird. Like, that's why they say like actually apparently STDs are like super rampant in there. Especially
really?
Especially like when all the kids get like all the kids are around now that shit, right? Mm-hmm. And then they've never even had sex, and sometimes they end up getting like freaking STDs and shit.
I never heard of anyone having them.
So I know that the yeast infections.
Well, that's because they don't talk about it. It's because they're all fucking sluts. We're kids. They don't teach you anything. Like, I'm still learning about STDs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is, like I didn't really do sex ed.
So the first question is, you said you met up with people from your group. Do any of them tell you how proud of you they are, or that they admire you? Or are they afraid someone may overhear?
I only get people that are proud of me after they leave. They tell me they're proud of me.
No one ever tells me that they're proud.
Yeah, I've never had anybody tell me they're proud of me.
Mm-mm.
Not my mom, not my sister, not anybody.
I've been told that I'm gonna be damned to hell.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah. And I've been told I've literally had a girl that I thought was my really close friend. She said, I'm so glad that you left because now you can't bring anyone else to hell with you. So they were happy for me for leaving, in a way.
They don't even understand, like, even regardless of the whole polygamy thing and fighting against all the wrong that happens in there, they just don't even understand, like, how big of a deal it is to just be alive all by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And they should even just be proud of us for being human.
Yeah.
Survivors. But they're not. And, I mean, I'm not asking for any kind of validation or anything, but, like...
I wouldn't mind, like, I would like my mom to be proud of me, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind if she would say, you know what, I'm really proud of you, every once in a while. She does say, like, if she hears that I went to a church, she'll say that she's proud. But,
My
like,
mom...
Really? That's what you're proud of?
My mom does look up to me, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't say
My
that.
mom's a weird case, though.
Yeah. Because she left, right? Or she
got kicked out, but she's, like, still kind of a part of it.
She's, like,
but,
half and half.
well, they won't let her really 100% leave, and she won't let them have 100% of her kids or girls.
Okay. So it creates a big problem.
So it's like she can't really leave until she cuts those ties.
Yeah.
Or admits to them, but she can't legally admit to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That makes
And
sense.
if she pursues legal admittance, then she can sue for child support, and the order's never going to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
And that would be like the savior of how she would get her new house, is if she just filed for child support, back child support.
None of them
Until
will
we
do
were
that.
15.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I can give my blood. We can prove that he's our father. I have zero name on my birth certificate.
But see, let's say
You don't even have a name?
I have my name.
I mean, no, like, for the dad.
No daddy. Just
Mine
zero.
is
No,
fake.
you say you got yeah, you got a fake dad.
What was your
I think
dad's
I was the
fake
first.
yours was, Chanel had a fake one, but
Yeah.
you didn't have
I was the
yours.
first one as a bastard child in my mom's family.
Me, Cammie, Rachel, and I think Eskel all have Kyle Grant. My mom just picked a name.
Kyle.
That sounds nice.
So,
You can be my lover.
Gerald,
They found a Kyle Grant and tried demanded child support.
They did
He's
that.
like, I don't have to. What are you talking about?
I don't have tickets. That's exactly what happened with the. That's why I have no dad on my birth certificate, because that's what happened with the older ones. They had a Stephen Snow. Like,
And they found a Stephen Snow. Stephen. Pay your child support.
They found a Stephen Snow, and this guy's like, kids.
Shirley's like, oh crap.
You can't fucking do that.
Exactly.
Okay, the next one is divorce known in the group, such as for women? Is it an option?
I noticed that whenever there's a divorce, one of the parties leaves. They never both stay. Have you noticed that? But like with Cammie and Zach, like they got a divorce.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like they like pushed Cammie a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's usually the girl, because I feel like they blame the girl and then they act like they're not good enough. Like you can't ever stay in the group if it's your fault for the marriage.
It's never the
ending or
man's
whatever.
fault. The man never does anything wrong. It's always the woman, if you've noticed that.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a Kingston.
So generally, yeah, if there's
It's kind
a
of
divorce,
a society thing too. Still.
Yeah.
But you know what's cool is society's finally breaking out and leaning more towards women empowerment.
which is awesome.
But the
But
order's
not
so
in the
old
order,
school.
though.
It's like
Yeah.
grow, like they don't grow like.
Yeah,
we were
like
talking about before.
we're literally taught that we have to treat our husbands like the highest God in heaven.
And but we are taught that divorce is not an option, though. Like
Yeah.
you do not get married thinking that there's going to be a divorce. You get married knowing that this is going to be your eternal marriage, and to someone that you haven't even kissed yet. Like
Yeah.
your first kiss is on your wedding day. I mean,
Even-
unless you're rebellious.
Yeah, even if you're just a spiritual wife, so you're not like legally married to them, you still can't leave them.
Like my mom believes that she's 100% married to my dad in God's eyes. She still
Yeah.
believes that. I'm like, you literally had a wedding in a living room. Like
My mom too, for her second wedding.
we could literally have one right now.
And
Just
like
hold
I
hands.
don't
We're all related,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
true.
So are they in the order?
Well, we're not in the order anymore.
I'm just saying, like that's how valid they're. Like we could literally have a spiritual wedding right
Yeah.
now. And you could be the one holding the keys.
I
That's
know.
literally what
No,
they do.
I got the keys.
I got
You get to have
them.
I drank the comfort.
I don't understand though, for my mom, so how my dad died and they were like sealed in the order, right?
Oh, yeah.
But they sealed her to Lynn, so like who is she gonna
She's a polygamist in the
Yeah,
next
like
life.
is she gonna have two husbands in heaven?
She's gonna have two Earths. She's
Like, I
gonna
don't
live.
understand.
Did you ever ask your mom that?
No, I was just like,
We'll see who'll be my daddy in the next time.
I don't know. Like,
do you think if your dad lived, do you think that your mom and dad would ever leave the order together with their family?
I don't think so. Well, actually, a lot of people that have left tell me that my dad always questioned the order and like made them question the order, and he's the reason that they left, and that he was really good to everybody. But then people still in the order talk about how much my dad loved the order, and all he wanted was for his kids to be amazing order members.
That's so funny, because that's how it was with my grandma that passed away. My dad will be like, she was the most Heavenly Father loved her so much, and she loved him, and she sacrificed her life, and blah blah blah, she's going to heaven. But then like, oh yeah, she drank and she did this and this and this. Really? And like before she died, like she talked bad about the order, and like people that were her friends too that are a lot older and have left told me stories about the things that she would. So like same thing, people in the order will be like, oh no, she loved the order. People on the outside are like, what? I think you're right. Like there's two sides to every story. And in the order, you only hear the order side. You don't hear the other side of it.
That's because you're not allowed to talk to anybody. Nobody's allowed to communicate.
But I feel like so many people have left the order. Like, I've known of so many people that have left, even if it was just for like a week or a month or something like that. But then they always go back because they just don't know how to live on their own. But I know they don't want to be there because they tried leaving. So
it's like surviving is hard.
Yeah, like that's what kind of kept
that's
me. I know, that's like what kept me going and like wanting to leave, because so many people tried and they just failed, but they still tried because they weren't happy there. Like nobody's happy there.
There's a reason they try to leave. It's because, I mean, if you're willing to leave knowing that you could possibly go to hell and losing everyone you've ever known, then there's something wrong going on.
I never understood the whole going to hell thing. Like, I never thought I was going to go to hell leaving.
I didn't completely. I felt like God hated me at some point, but I really felt like if God's going to send me to hell because I was unhappy and I was questioning and I was trying to figure out the right thing, then I don't want to be in heaven with all those people.
I just thought everybody was a little bit of kooky in their head. I really did.
Kooky.
I was like, why do you guys think that? I'm not going to go to hell, and I'm not a devil child just because I like to wear, and I'm not a slut just because I like to wear like eyeliner and tank tops and booty shorts. That doesn't make me a horrible person going to hell.
I remember I would talk to myself all the time because I felt like I was going crazy. I felt like I had to constantly reassure myself, like, you are not crazy for not wanting to live polygamy. You are not crazy for not hating black people. Like, I talked to myself all the time, and like people would see that, like, it started to become like a problem. Like Eric would walk in and be like, what are you doing? I was like talking to myself, trying to keep myself sane.
This is why I had a puppy.
I should have done that.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a reason I started making these videos, is because I always like think aloud to myself, and I'm like I talk about things like I'm explaining it to somebody, and I'm like, this and this and this and this and this happened, and I don't know why this, but I'm like talking to myself. So that's why I liked like setting up the camera and like talking, because then I feel like I'm like less crazy because I'm putting it out there and I'm not just like in my closet like
and like crying about it all alone.
I
should process it too, and to see that the people will comment and be like, there's people that are on your side. The only ones that aren't are you. that were raised and born into that and know nothing different. So we're not the crazy ones.
I started doing a video vlogging kind of thing, but I never posted it when I was homeless and becoming homeless and beginning that whole process to Colorado.
Wow, really?
And it was really, really dark, and I haven't opened that book up again. But it wasn't a book, it was just a short video. But it was like, okay, this is an update of my life, this is what I'm doing, this is how I really feel, this is how, you know, it was like, so really true, and it was hurt, and it was like, I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking die out here.
That's so scary.
I'm like, I was all alone, like, I was like, I'm ready, like, fucking, I don't even care.
I've gotten to those points. I've gotten to the points where I'm like,
it's freeing. Honestly.
Where you're not afraid of anything anymore. Like, like I actually recently got to this point where I'm like, because I actually had felt guilty that I wasn't going to church on Sundays and I wasn't praying all the time.
That's cute.
No, because the order made me feel that way. I felt like God was like, Amanda, you
Amanda.
There's a special place in hell. No, not exactly like that, but like
no, it's below.
Listen. If God's got a place in hell, He's also got the place in heaven. He's the same fucking thing.
But that's how I felt. I was like, if you're really gonna send me to
Satan?
hell,
Satan's not over here. I'm like,
yeah.
You got the place in heaven. and God's over here like, you go to hell.
Yeah. Like, where's the like halfway point? Is it
Can
like
I go to paradise instead?
Bro, what if you
isn't that a place?
Yeah, what if you get the ticket to heaven and you get up there and you're like,
refund?
Yeah, not my cup of tea. No, you had to stay here. Then it's not heaven, right? I never thought about that. Like, my mom has literally said, like, what are you gonna do, Amanda, when you die and you see that we're at the gates of heaven and I'm sitting next to your father on our throne? She flat out said this. We're sitting on a throne in heaven. What are you gonna think?
I'm gonna be dead. I'm not gonna be thinking. Your
like, first of all, wow. To think that of myself, like, I'm gonna be in heaven on a throne, maybe a crown, like, I'm worthy.
You're like, wow.
Like, that's a very, like, she must have to think that way because she's going through so much hell on earth that she's like, I am gonna get a really high throne in heaven for this. Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, they believe that the guys are gonna, when they go to heaven, they're gonna be able to start their own worlds. Are they still teaching that? I guess you guys wouldn't know. You left as well.
I ditched Sunday school class, okay?
A god over their world.
I took barcodes off the fucking, when it was in standard, that was like the last time I remember actually.
I remember crawling in the, like, carpet rolls.
Oh yeah, all the time.
I get stuck.
The carpet rolls, oh my god.
Who's in there? Let's see. My question is, do you think since the show has aired, if the order is even more secretive and careful to not get caught since being exposed on national television?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Sorry.
You go first.
So I think that they're doing more like, what's the word? Betrothals instead of getting engaged because they like want to wait for people to be 16 or something so they can be like, oh, they made the choice and like we're not doing anything wrong. And also I think that they're just being super careful, like not letting people in the outside know. Like they're not posting it on social media or anything.
And they're
like
shredding
that.
papers as soon as they can.
Oh yeah, because especially because of the raids that have been happening too.
They're probably making fake documents, and then they have like a hard drive for the real shit, or they just shred it and just make up numbers.
Yeah, probably.
And they say it's in your secret account or something.
Secret account.
Yeah, I'm sure they're being more careful about the bank statements.
Yeah.
But it's been getting so big too.
Do you think like with just the businesses or with the marriages or like what?
Well, they put it on, I think that they put it on the businesses and then they put it on the people, saying because you don't do this or because you did this or whatever, then you're causing this business to go through whatever.
Yeah.
So then they put it, so everybody works their asses off to try to like make sure the businesses are all up. So then it's like, because if you leave now, like they can't really, because then it's like all that weight is on them, and it's like I care more about like my job than I do actually my health. And it's stupid because my, you know.
Well, and they're obviously going to continue what they're doing too. They're going to make us look like terrible people, so they're not going to trust anything that we say. They're going to make us. They're not going to want them to trust us. But like what they've been doing from day one, don't talk to outsiders. They're evil. Don't talk to people that have left. They're even more evil because we've seen the truth. So obviously they don't want us. They don't want them to be talking to us.
Yeah, and I remember when I first watched the show and I was like, that's so stupid that they would go on the show and say these things about the order. Like, if I left, I would just move on. I would never say anything bad about the order. And these guys are just so stupid. And, like, I would talk about that, like, with my family. And everyone's like, if you ever leave, you can't go on that show. And I was like, I would never do that. And then I was on the show and everyone's like, And I'm like, well, I just had, like, a change of heart. Like, when you're leaving, you want other people to be able to see, like, that you can do it and that, like, you want them, I don't know, you just want people on the outside to know what's going on because you endured through that and you don't want your siblings to have to endure through that. I think it's crazy.
Part of it too is like, you want them to know too. Like Rachel was really scared with Lee. Obviously, everyone's really scared when you leave. Yeah. Everyone is really scared.
I wasn't.
But a big part of you. Well, here's the thing: is when you leave, a lot of people are like, I'm gonna, like your mindset, I'm gonna leave and I'm not gonna say anything bad about the order, because it's one thing to leave and it's worse to like blasphemize God's word.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna go to a lower level of hell if you blasphemize God's word.
Maybe I'm just, maybe I've always been
an idol child.
Because I was like, I'm gonna fucking tear this place to the ground.
No, but that's the thing is, as I grew, I was like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to tell the truth. I'm gonna let, like, these people deserve to know the truth.
Exactly.
That's why I got into any of all
that. You have to lie about anything. Then
like,
I was honestly just so scared that they were going to like terrorize me and like just wouldn't leave me alone if I said anything bad about them. So I was really scared to do that. And also, dang, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I feel like, so every time, back to the other question, the secretive thing. Every time I think about the, like, are they secretive? I remember the story that, who was it? It was like Micah or Isaiah or somebody like that. No.
One of my brothers.
Yeah.
oh.
That they said, like, that they had a dream that, like, a raid was going on, right? And that all these papers were flying everywhere, and Paul was telling everyone to like shred everything and burn everything. And then he asked like, well, what about this bill? We haven't paid it. And he's like, well, do you have the money for it? And the guy says, no. And he's like, then burn it. Like, they just had to get rid of everything. And he was like, so we need to make sure that we don't tell anybody anything about our group. We need to make sure that we like don't basically get caught. And they like said that stuff in church, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, why do we need to hide so much? Like, what are we doing wrong here? Mm-hmm. And this is when I was like 10 years old.
You're like, there's something weird and sketchy.
Yeah.
Well, in their opinions, we're all above, in the order, you're all above the law. That's why they did all the tax fraud. That's something too I learned when I left. I was like, oh, I've been doing tax fraud. Like, and I'm like, Mom, that's tax fraud. And she's like, what? Huh? I'm like, yeah, so I'm not going to be doing that anymore. So you can tell.
Mm-hmm. I decided that I had to go through so much shit so that I could help people first-hand experience.
Yeah, I know.
So people don't have to go through shit.
Yeah.
Because I know what happens on the other end of the shit stick.
I love how you said that. And I'm like, you don't want to go to the other end. I know it's enticing. But let me tell you.
Someone says, do you think you will ever regret leaving, and do you keep in touch with the girls? Yeah, right here.
Yeah. Can we say where we're at? You already say where we're
at.
In Vegas.
In Vegas.
And then
Kollene lives in Vegas too.
This is the second time I've been out here this year too. I like having outside friends, but it's not the same as having the connection that I have with you guys.
Yeah.
With people that have been through.
I know.
That's why I really like my roommate too, because she's FLDS, and I'm like, oh, fuck yeah.
And it's like you've never met them from the FLDS, but it feels like you literally were their sister.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time she's my sister. Like, she's like my sister.
Because they went through the same, like, thought processes.
Different, yeah,
and, like, everything.
But it also said, do you think you'll ever regret leaving?
Oh fuck no.
Have you ever think about that?
I honestly, like, I don't think I'll ever regret leaving, but I do have those moments where I'm like, I just miss my family so much, and I miss the routine of like knowing that I'm just literally just gonna go to work, gonna go home, have a bunch of babies, and like that's gonna be my life, and I don't have to figure out what I'm gonna do because they like provide me with a job that I just have to work.
So you never have to make up a decision at all, ever?
And because I feel like it's so hard for me to like make decisions, even if I'm just going out to eat. I'm like if somebody asks what I want, I'm like,
because you never were given that.
I know, any moment, that's what I want though.
I'm like,
Yeah, I was like that at first too. Yeah, were you there? He was like, make up your mind.
I love that.
I was like, I don't know.
He's so funny.
You get anxiety that you're going to make the wrong choice. Over the smallest thing.
And it's like, nobody cares.
I hate ordering food. I'm just like,
but it's just
can
like,
you just order it for me?
Yeah, literally.
Especially fancy ass restaurant.
It's internal too. It's an internal thing. I feel like even people that have never been in a cult may have similar.
Yeah, at least girls do, that's for sure. Because the guys are always like, what do you want?
And then I was like, I don't
Oh,
know.
no.
And and I feel like I like really just like I'm so scared to like make a decision, and I get so frustrated that I'm not like moving forward fast enough in my life, or like I don't know exactly what I want to do, and I just get so like I'm like, it's weird to say, but I'm like comfortable in the order, because that's like where I was raised, and like it's not like a good place to be, and it's not like a comfortable place if you've never been there.
But it's like your childhood.
But it's like, you know, what you're used to, and you're like, I could deal with that.
It's
like I know
comfortable 'cause
exactly
it's
what
your
it's
childhood.
like. Yeah.
It ultimately, for me, leaving was like, it ultimately came down to, so either I'm going to stay here and know exactly how my future is going to end up, or I'm going to jump out and...
Alright, so that is the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. The reason I'm filming this is because we didn't really do an intro and outro. It was kind of just us telling a story. I know Amanda got cut off. Sorry, my camera died during it, but we were going to kind of finish it up, but by the time that we were even done with that part, it was like 6:30 in the morning. None of us had slept. Kollene had work, I had work, Amanda had to go to California, so it was kind of just, that's where we left it. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know if you would like to see more videos like this, maybe just like one-on-one, so it's not so much like people cutting each other off. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.